The Voynich Manuscript, often called the world's most mysterious book, has captivated cryptographers, linguists, and historians for over a century. Its origins, language, and purpose remain unknown. Yet one fact is indisputable. The manuscript is a genuine medieval artifact, carbon dated to the early 15th century, between 1404 and 1438. The vellum pages, made from calfskin, required the skins of at least 15 calves, making it a costly production. If this manuscript were intended as a hoax, it was certainly an expensive one. The manuscript's contents are equally perplexing. Its pages are filled with looping, indecipherable text written in an unknown script. This script is often referred to as Voynich and adorned with surreal illustrations of fantastical plants, astrological diagrams, and women bathing in strange contraptions. The text appears to follow natural linguistic patterns and adheres to statistical laws like Zipf's law, yet it has resisted all attempts at translation or decryption. This video examines why the Voynich manuscript continues to fascinate cryptographers and the tantalizing possibility that its true nature may forever elude us. The Voynich manuscript is enigmatic not only because of its undeciphered text, but also because of its intricate structure. Its linguistic patterns and statistical properties suggest a carefully designed system, challenging the idea that it might be a meaningless hoax. One of the most compelling arguments for the manuscript's authenticity is its adherence to Zipf's law, a statistical principle observed in natural languages. According to this law, the frequency of a word in a language is inversely proportional to its rank in usage. For example, in English, the most common word "the" appears roughly twice as often as the second most common word "of," 3 times as often as the third, and so on. Remarkably, Voynich conforms to this pattern. Additionally, Voynich displays consistent syntactic rules. Certain words occur multiple times in close proximity, which may indicate grammatical constructs like conjunctions or emphasis. Certain characters only appear at the beginnings or ends of words. Word lengths fall within a predictable range. Sentences exhibit regular structures that resemble natural language. These characteristics strongly suggest that Voynich is not random gibberish, but a coherent system, whether it encodes a natural language, a cipher, or an artificial linguistic experiment. So, is it a hoax of unprecedented sophistication? Skeptics argue that the manuscript could be a hoax, a medieval prank, or a ploy to impress a wealthy patron. However, creating such a convincing forgery in the 1400s would have required a profound understanding of linguistic patterns centuries ahead of its time. Maintaining internal consistency across nearly 240 pages of text and illustrations would have been an extraordinary feat, especially without modern tools. Furthermore, the manuscript's production cost, 15 calves worth of vellum, makes it unlikely that anyone would invest such resources in a meaningless endeavor. The Voynich manuscript presents a formidable puzzle for cryptographers. Despite advances in technology and decades of analysis, it has resisted every attempt at decryption. This raises a critical question. If it truly has structure, why hasn't it been cracked yet? First, we have a lack of context. Decryption often relies on external references, such as cipher keys, plaintext samples, or contextual clues about the language. The Voynich manuscript offers none of these. Unlike historical ciphers like the Rosetta Stone, which provided a comparative framework for translation, Voynich stands alone, with no known parallels. Without a key or reference point, cryptographers and linguists are left to speculate. Is it an encrypted natural language, like Latin or Hebrew? Could it be an entirely invented language with unique grammatical rules? Or is it a hybrid, combining elements of natural and artificial languages? Next, we encounter the challenges presented if the text is indeed an artificial language. If Voynich represents an artificial language or an experimental cipher, it may defy traditional cryptographic techniques. Most ciphers rely on patterns or substitutions that can be reverse engineered, but a completely unique system, one based on nonlinear principles or unknown rules, would be nearly impossible to decode without insider knowledge. Thirdly, we face the constraints imposed by computational limitations. Modern cryptographic algorithms are powerful, but they depend on certain assumptions. Machine learning models, for example, require large data sets to identify patterns. The Voynich manuscript offers only a single data set, making it difficult for algorithms to draw meaningful conclusions. While some AI tools have identified intriguing patterns in the text, none have produced a coherent translation. And finally, we have the noise hypothesis. Some researchers suggest that the manuscript might contain a mix of meaningful content and meaningless filler, designed to obscure its true message. If this is the case, algorithms would struggle to distinguish signal from noise, further complicating the decryption process. Whether a genuine work of encoded knowledge or an elaborate forgery, the manuscript is a remarkable creation. Its creator, whoever they were, combined artistry, intellect, and imagination to produce a work that continues to defy explanation. So what do you reckon? A work of genius or an elaborate hoax? Please leave a comment below. Also, check out the I'm Fine t-shirt in our store, the perfect gift for sci-fi fans. Until next time, stay frosty and alert.